It has been a long day of sports in downtown St. Louis. The Seahawks and the Rams earlier today, and now just down the street. Inside should be a lot of fun. Cardinal fans are packed in Busch Stadium. It is game number 4 of the National League Championship Series tonight on Fox. Cardinals up 2-1. 5-game winner during the regular season. 17 starts with 6-1 at AAA. And here is his pitcher profile, brought to you by Exxon and Mobil Retailers.
Dangerous threat leading off for the Mets.
And a good start for Anthony Reyes as Jose goes down swinging. To work and scored 3 runs in their first inning of game 2, but blew the lead late. Loduca flies one into center. Pretty well hit. Edmonds back at the track. 2 out. A 2-out walk. So Beltran trying to get something started. Works a walk out of Reyes. And we look at now back-to-back walks, and it's up to David Wright. And if the Mets need anybody to step up for him, it's David Wright, who's 0 for 9 in this NLCS. Change up and a fly ball into center field. Edmonds is back. The Mets threaten. Reyes threw 26 pitches, but gets out of trouble in the first, and now it's Oliver Perez taking the hill for New York. No score. Here is Oliver Perez in the eyes of New York and the baseball world on Oliver, who was part of a deal between the Pirates and the Mets. The deadline, Xavier Nady going the other way, and they are asking an awful lot out of a guy who did not have a good year. September 6th in New York against Atlanta, an 8-0 victory. Eckstein starts the game with a hit in the left center field. Chavez cuts it off. And with Oliver Perez giving up the hit, we give you his pitcher profile. It's brought to you by Exxon and Mobil Retailers.
If they're going to take passes at him, they want to make strikes.
Spezio off the end of the bat into shallow right center field. Valentin out to get it. Had to go a long way to grab it. 1 on, 1 out. Take a look at the defense for the Mets. Something the Pirates thought they had done to the Padres. 2-1. Left side, knocked down by Wright. The throw by Reyes, safe as Delgado dropped it. The ball got there in time, but Delgado could not make the catch. On and 1 out in the first. Might be 2. Valentin, Reyes in the middle, double play. Both pitchers get into and out of trouble, and we go to the second here in St. Louis. Game number 4, NLCS, no score.
He was pretty confident that he could go back in there in the starting lineup tomorrow.
Green hits it hard into center field, but right at Edmonds. 1 out. Two and 2 with 1 out, nobody on. Reyes deals, and Valentin is fooled on a changeup. 2 out. Second strikeout for Anthony Reyes. Chavez takes a ball, and now the 1-0 pitch from Anthony Reyes. Ripped to the right side, and Chavez is on with 2 outs here in the second. That will get Oliver Perez to the plate. He does not. Ball 4, and it's 2 on with 2 out. Third walk already by Anthony Reyes. Popped up, shallow left. Eckstein and rolling. It's Eckstein, and the inning is over. And the Mets have gone 14 innings without scoring a run in this series. A guy that they can build their rotation around for a decade. Rolling, fights off the pitch and gets a base hit into right. Second Cardinal hit of the night.
Joe, when we met with Tony La Russa as that release point, you hear a lot about release point, but you don't hear a lot about rhythm that often.
The 1-1 to Edmonds is hit in the air to left field. Chavez coming to get it. Has it, and that's out number 1. 14-point halftime lead and lost it right at the end of the game. Little fly ball into right, and it's a base hit for Belliard. Rolen will come around third, and he's held by Oquendo. First and third, one out.
That is excellent base running by Scott Rolen, one of the best base runners in the National League.
He made the most of his chances. He grounds to third fair down the line. Rolen will score. Belliard will try to make it to third. Throw there. He is out. Perfect throw by Endy Chavez, but the Cardinals lead 1-0. Do not hold against Molina over at first, and Reyes chops to Delgado. Nice pickup on the short hop. The inning is over. The Cardinals strike first. A run on 3 hits in the inning. A man lost on the bases. Molina with a hit past third puts St. Louis out in front. Hard hit, but right at Eckstein. One down. Beltran coming up, and let's meet him. Did to Houston, signed the big deal with the Mets. And he hooks one down the right field line. Might go. Back in the corner. It's gone, and this game is tied. Beltran hits a home run into right, and with that, hits his 6th home run against Cardinal pitching in the postseason in 11 games.
He may not be a good golfer, but he's a good left-handed hitter.
A line drive that just jumped out of here down the line, and Beltran has made this a new game.
Yeah, we talked about falling in love with that changeup.
Delgado pops it up on 3-1. Left field for Spezio, staggering a little, and makes the catch. 2 out.
In 1926.
With 2 out, nobody on. Right hits one in the air to left field, might get up and out. Spezio back, and the Mets take the lead. David Wright gets his first hit of this series, and it's a home run to make it 2-1 Mets here in the 3rd inning. Wright needed it, the Mets needed it, and they have the lead.
That was a situation with 2 out and nobody on where David Wright went up looking in a zone.
Considering he hit that home run.
2-2 pitch. Green is fooled with a changeup, and the inning is over, but the Mets are on top. Beltran and David Wright. Carlos was first, tied it. David was next. New York up 2-1 after 2.5. Off the leg, and now waits for another 1-2 from Perez. Into right center field, and Green to his right takes it in. 1 out.
Interesting to note that both home runs.
That's high, a 4-pitch walk in front of Albert Pujols. Pujols lines it. Reyes drops it, and they're going to call Pujols out. The second base umpire popped in there. Gary Darling ruled. Encarnacion shoots the gap in right center field. That ball is going to tie this game. Encarnacion ends up at third. It's 2-2. Now it's Rolen with Encarnacion at third, and Rolen skies one into center field for Beltran. That'll do it for St. Louis, but they get another 2-out RBI triple. This time it's Spezio scoring instead of hitting it. 2-2 after 3. That's down and in, a leadoff walk, and a good start to the inning for the Mets. For the Mets, Darren Oliver is off the list after pitching 6 innings last night. There's Chavez trying to wheel on a pitch, gets under it, and fouls it to Yadier Molina. They want him to hit the ball on the ground, and that was not a let's hit the ball on the ground swing. 1 out. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and for Anthony Reyes, strikeout number 4. To the shortstop, Eckstein has to wait for Belliard. and they get the force. Belliard plays so deep and so far over. Eckstein had to wait for him to get to the bag. Edmonds coming up for the Cardinals. He'll lead it off. Bottom of the fourth, tied at 2. Edmonds hits it in the air to left. Chavez back at the track to haul it in. One away. Here is our visit with Cardinal manager Tony La Russa.
Yeah, I think that's a good place to stop him. If we get to the fourth spot, Chris Duncan will hit. Brad Thompson could get good.
All right, thank you very much. Tony La Russa talking while Ronnie Belliard singles for the second time tonight. Beltran throws in behind him. Expect to see Belliard run again. There he goes. Molina takes strike 3 and the throw down. Belliard is safe as Valentin did not get the tag on the foot of Belliard.
I'll tell you, Molina came very, very close to interfering with Loduca and then tagged the bag.
Duncan hits it up the middle. Valentin, great pick, throws out at first, and that saved a run because coming around third was Belliard with the out at first. Valentin, a good play, got Duncan by a step. Still tied after 4. Back after this from your local Fox station. Left the park, Beltran and Wright in the 3rd inning. And now here in the 5th, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, Loduca, Beltran, Delgado. Loduca grounds it to the right of Belliard, and he kicks it. Ball came up for him, and Belliard did not make the play. And that could be his second error this postseason. And do that. Grounds one sharply through the right side, and the first 2 are on here in the 5th inning against Brad Thompson. An error, a hit. Delgado waiting for his pitch and flying one in the air to left field. Well hit. Back is Spezio at the wall. A 3-run home run. Delgado's 3rd of this series, and it's a 5-2 Mets lead here in the 5th. An error, a single, and a blast by Delgado.
Falling behind in the count was Brad Thompson.
Wright is taken care of by Thompson as he strikes out. First out here in the top of the 5th. 3 for 20 with runners in scoring position in this series against Cardinal pitching as Green shoots one into right center field for a hit. Encarnacion over to cut it off, and it's 1 on 1 out. Randy Flores, the left-hander, is into the game. That turns Valentin around. He bats right-handed. And Valentin goes after the first pitch and pops it up. Right center field, and 3 players are all looking at each other. Everybody is safe. Belliard, Edmonds, and Encarnacion. Edmonds did not take charge, and that falls in. Action in the bullpen. A 1-1 to Chavez. To the right side. Belliard gets the middleman, and that's it. 1st and 3rd, 2 out. Runner goes. Perez strikes out. But the Mets have the lead again. The inning started with the error. But then the Mets reminded the Cardinals they have some thunder in their lineup. 5-2. And Eckstein hits one into deep left field. Back at the wall. Eckstein homers. It's 5-3. Spezio strikes out. Willie Randolph. 2-2 from Perez. Pujols strikes out on high heat. 2 out. The leadoff home run, then strikes out the red-hot Spezio and Pujols. Encarnacion into center for Beltran, and this game 4 is through 5 innings. Delgado went deep for a 3-run shot in the top half. Little David Eckstein homers to make it 5-3 after 5. It's a 2-run lead for the Mets, and Josh Hancock takes over. Here's a 2-2 pitch from Hancock. Reyes starts it with a base hit into right. Jose is on for the first time tonight as he rounds the bag, but scampers back, claps his hands together. He's going. And Loduca grounds a base hit through the left side. Reyes will go to third. So the Mets stay aggressive. They start the runner. Reyes there running, and Loduca grounds one through the open left side. First and third, nobody out here in the 6th. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Beltran takes a walk, so Hancock had him set up at 0-2. Lets Beltran loose. 1-0 pitch from the Cardinal right-hander is hit in the air to left center field. Back is Spezio on the run. Took the wrong angle. It takes a hop, and it's a ground rule double. 2 runs will score, and it's now a 7-3 New York lead as Delgado is knocked home 5. What's Wright doing on 3-0? He's taking ball 4 down and away. Green's coming up, and that should be it for Josh Hancock. It is. Batting in the bottom of this 6th. 2-2 pitch yet again. And Green dumps it into left center field. That ball's going to get down for a hit. Only 1 run scores. That's Beltran, and it's now an 8-3 New York lead.
That is just great hitting by Sean Green.
And now Hancock has struggled in this inning, and the Mets have blown it open. In to score is Delgado. Coming around third and scoring is Wright. All the way from first base is Green. To the plate, he is safe. And the New York Mets have blown it wide open here in the 6th inning as Valentin gets the key hit. 11-3, New York out in front. Here's an 0-2 pitch. Chavez is gone on 3 pitches, and that's the first out here in this 6th inning, and the crowd gives Johnson and the bullpen a hand. That is usually Oliver's undoing. He is squatting on a strike. Has changed that look with his effort here tonight. Reyes flies one into left center field. Edmonds back at the track. On the move, is there to make the catch and end the inning. A sensational catch by Jim Edmonds to end the long top of the 6th. He went a mile to catch that ball. Has that arm hanging down. The Cardinals always think, uh-oh, but here he is at the plate moments later and swinging at a pitch, hitting it in the air to right center field. Back is Beltran at the wall. He leaps, and that ball is gone for a home run. I guess the shoulder's okay. It's 11-4.
For the Mets coming into the 3rd inning of tonight's game, into 2 home runs, and then everything opened up in the top of the 6th.
Belliard chops one to Valentin, 2 out. Willie Randolph is trying to get as many outs as he can. Molina hits one in the air to left field. That ball is well hit. The Cardinals, 2 home runs in the inning. It's 11-5. Molina's like a different hitter from the regular season.
Yeah.
Runs on 9 hits through 5 2/3. Gives way to Bradford. And Perez can only be the winner if he gets a decision. Preston Wilson. Wilson to the right side. Valentin to his left. Inning is over. In the inning, Edmonds went deep, as did Yadier Molina. It's an 11-5 Mets lead into the 7th. Back after this from your local Fox station. Jeff Weaver He's 1-1 and has pitched very well. Braden Looper takes over, and Loduca is only his second appearance of this series. 1-1 pitch. Loduca pops it up. Second baseman Ronnie Belliard settles under it, 1 away.
His best friend, Carlos Delgado.
Beltran hits it in the air to right field. Back is Encarnacion. Beltran has another. His second of this night. His third of this series and his 7th against the Cardinals in his history in the LCS. On base all 5 times tonight, and Beltran is red hot.
With only 2 home runs. And concern coming in to the postseason. Boy, has he ever picked it up as Delgado is down.
Under Charlie Manuel down the stretch. To the second baseman, and Ronnie Belliard takes care of David Wright. And Eckstein hit by the pitch. That is part of his arsenal at the beginning of the playoffs. Year after year, 3-2 pitch. Spezio grounds to second. It's played by Valentin, and Reyes finishes off a 4-6-3 double play. That keeps the bases empty, and another time down the stretch in this NLCS before the World Series starts on Saturday. Pujols chasing another bad pitch. Dug out by Delgado, and the Mets have turned the tables on the Cardinals tonight. We go to the 8th. It's a 12-5 Mets lead. The end result, 4 innings, 2 runs, 3 hits. It's been the middle relief. He's had the rough night. This is Edmonds back and to his right, making the catch to retire Green. 1 out. 1 out, nobody on. Valentin at the plate. And a fly ball into shallow left. Out is Eckstein. Out number 2. Oliver Perez, if that calf that he injured while jogging prior to game 1 of the division series is good enough to pitch. Bottom of the 8th inning now rolls in St. Louis. Looper a scoreless 8th. 12-5 New York. It's a 12-5 Mets lead. Ken Rosenthal during the inning, during the break. Oliver Perez on short rest, so it could be, if the Mets don't want to go back to Traxel in game 7, Darren Oliver making the start in game 7, and that is something that we will definitely ask Willie Randolph.
They do end up going 7 because the Cardinals went 23-34 on the season against left-handers.
Roland checks on Reyes. He could make up for that bobble with his arm. 2 out. Was good enough. 5 2/3, 5 runs on 9 hits. And Taguchi is now 3 for 3 this postseason. A single and 2 home runs. One on, 2 out, and that one gets away from Loduca. Taguchi is down to second. One ball, 2 strikes on Belliard. Down at second is Taguchi, 2 out. And that breaking ball catches the outside corner to end the 8th. We go to the 9th inning here in game 4. 12-5. The Mets out in front. Here in St. Louis. Tucker grounds to the right side and through it. Good at bat by Michael Tucker. Leadoff man is on for the Mets. Tucker at first, nobody out. 1-2 pitch. Eckstein will get to the bag and throw, but way late. Out at second is Tucker. There's a ball he hit to the second baseman Belliard that went for an error. Reyes forgot how many outs there were. Fly ball into right in the easy double play to end the inning. So Reyes, asleep over at first, thought there were 2 out. And it gives the Cardinal fans something to cheer as we go to the bottom of the 9th. 12-5 Mets. They'll be upset when they're awakened tomorrow morning to head off to school for the red-hot Yadier Molina to get him an at-bat against Mota. Trying to get something going, and Miles goes after the first pitch and drops it into left. It's a 7-run Mets lead, and Aaron Miles is on with a single into left field. 7 shutout innings on 4 hits. Bennett strikes out on a pitch down and in. 1 on, 1 out. 0 for 2 so far in this series. To the second baseman, Valentin out at second and out at first. The Mets with a loud victory here in Game 4. A 12-5 final. 2 home run night for Beltran. Home runs by Delgado and Wright. And it's a 7-run victory to even this series at 2 games apiece.